As the name suggests, the KS table compare snippets allows your customers to quickly compare the features of your products from those with your competitors. Okay, first we are going to check the snippet installation, and then we are going to check the various settings and options that we have for this snippet. As with our other Shopify snippets, the installation is very simple. All you have to do is double click to unzip the snippet. Then when you open the folder, you are going to notice that we have two files. One should be used if you are using an official Shopify down theme, and for any other Shopify theme you should use the one marked as general. All we have to do is open this file, copy everything within it, and from your Shopify admin, go to the theme you want to install it, edit code, and all we have to do is create a new section called KS table compare. All we have to do here is paste the contents of the file that we have just copied and hit the save button. Then from the same theme, hit the customize button, and let's add this snippet on the home page. KS table compare. And as you can see, the snippet is successfully installed and added. Okay, next we are going to check the settings and various options that we have for this snippet. Okay, let's first check the general settings that we have for this snippets. We have first the color scheme that you can change. For example, you can choose this blue background, and the section will change. If you are using the snippet for the general one for the other themes, here you are going to see the background color and the text color instead of the color scheme. Okay, then we have the wrap in a container or not. If you prefer to have this table full width, normally you should wrap it in a container, and further adjust the container width, for example, to make it more narrow or wider as you prefer. Okay, then we have the settings for the header, the title and the description here, and the title size and the description size. Then we have the settings for the table itself. We have here a minimum width settings that you can use to prevent the table from shrinking too much in mobile. For example, if you have this in a lower value, for example 400 pixels, you can see that the table is much more restricted, and it is not looking good, and you should adjust this setting according to the columns that you have. Okay, we have here another settings that you can use to fine-tune more the table proportions. Here you can change the first column width, this column here, the first one that lists the features. You can have it smaller or wider according to the table itself. For example, if you are using only 2 columns, you should adjust these settings here to make it more smaller. And you have the text align for this column. You can have this on the left, center, or right. We have here the caption for the table, which is showing on the bottom of the table. And then we have the background color and text color, the styling settings for the table. For example, you can have here, let's choose this nice, or better yet, let's choose a blue shade, for example this one here, and let's change the text color to be blue as well. Okay, so as you can see here, we have now a different style table. In other words, you can style and have the colors for the table exactly as those from your store. Let's change it to how it was. Okay, and here we have the border opacity. If you don't prefer to have borders at all, simply select 0 here and the table will be borderless. Okay, and we have here the striped rows background opacity. We have this, as you can, if you can see here, all the rows are a different style. You can change the background colors for these striped rows, or simply leave to 0 to have everything in the main background color. This color here matches the text color of the table. Okay, then we have the colors for the icons. We have 3 different icons that you can use. We have this check circle here. We have the default check box that we cannot see here, but we can see later on. And we have the unchecked icon that we have choose the red color, but of course you can change this color here to the one that you prefer. And then we have the section padding. You can adjust the padding top and bottom. Okay, so now let's check the blocks that we have for this table. We have two different types of blocks for this table. The one is header. You can just have only one header, of course, for the table, and you can have as many rows as you like. For example, if you add another row, you can see they are showing on the bottom, and for each row you can change, of course, the icons that you prefer. Let's first check the header. Okay, so it is important to note that you can have a maximum of 7 cells. Here we are showing here all the 7 cells, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the 7 cells or columns. We have a maximum or 7 columns that you can use. Let's say that you want to use just the first, second, third, and fourth. So you'll have our product, the competitor 1 and the competitor 2 here. All we have to do here is leave empty the third, fourth, and fifth competitor. Leave empty, leave empty, leave empty. And as you can see now, the table is showing just our product, the competitor 1 and the competitor 2 column. In this way you can fine-tune the table exactly as you like. For example, if you add an image here, it will show the third row. So in order for the columns to disappear, you should both remove the image and the text. You can have both an image and the text shown. For example, here on our product, you can have also an image. You can have your logo, your company logo, or the image of your product here, and as you can see, it is showing the logo and the text underneath. In this way you can customize the header. For example, you can show the logo of your competitors as well. Okay, that should be all for the header. For normally also for the first cell, it should be blank. In order for the first cell to be blank, you should add this sign here. Okay, then we have here the settings for the rows. Okay, So let's check the first row. Again, like in the header, we have the available cells that you can fill, but it is important to note that they will comply to the cells on the header. For example, if you leave empty the cell 5 on the header, they are not going to show here the cell 5. So first you need to adjust the cells in the header, and then you are going to need to adjust the cells on each of the rows. It may sound a bit complicated at first, but that's the only way to go with this snippet. Okay, so for each of the rows we have here the title itself is the future here on the left. Then we have the settings for each of these columns here. For example, for the cell 2 we have the checked circle. This checked circle icon usually is used for our product, because for the competitors' products you can have this check icon here if they have the feature available. So in other words, the check mark here is more visible than your competitors. Okay, then for each of the cells beside the checkbox, that of course you can just choose none if you prefer to have text here or some other, or describe this feature. Okay, if you prefer to have text instead of checkboxes, simply choose none on the checkbox and add the text for each of the cells. Okay, of course you can have both checkbox and a text here for the cells. So that's the order to fill each of these cells. As I said, it may sound a bit complicated, but if you keep going with the snippet, you are going to notice that in fact the logic is pretty simple. Okay, in this way you need to fill the rest of the features. For example, we have the title here. Our product will of course have this feature. Our competitor 1 doesn't have it, and our competitor 2, let's say, no, sorry, here is the competitor 2. Let's say they have it. Okay, and in this way you are going to need to fill the rest of the features. And that should be all for the snippet. We hope you're going to use it, and thanks for watching.